Hello everyone, welcome to a new video of English Senior Secondary course. Today we will be dealing with the vocabulary words of the chapter Lesson 4, Father, Dear Father. So before jumping into the chapter, let's see what it is. It is a letter written by a boy to his father as a reply. When you go to the objectives of the chapter, you will be learning, reading and understanding a newspaper article. You will be knowing how to use prefixes to form new words. You will be knowing how to frame questions and you can make suggestions in speech. Now, section 1 of 4.1 contains the letter, and in this we will be seeing different vocabulary words of this section. So first let's see those words and their meanings. So the first word is transgression. It is to act against a law or a rule. Next is to reflect, think deeply. Next one is philosopher, a person who is engaged in philosophy. Plucking is to take hold of or quickly remove it from its place. Orchard is a piece of enclosed land planted with fruit trees. Mouth-watering is related to food usually, and it means smell, look, and the taste of the food, which makes our mouth watering. Ancillary is any person whose work provides necessary support to the primary activities of an organization. Fibbing is the act of lying. Topsy-turvy is upside down. Semi-literate is unable to read or write with ease or fluency. That means who is poorly educated. Strung is past of string, that is to hang so that it stretches in a long line. Frustrated is the feeling of distress. Let's see what is there in the chapter. This is a letter written by a boy to his father. So this letter starts with, Dear Papa, this is an answer to your letter about my transgression. Yes, my first rank slipped to the second. You advised that I should think before answering the paper. Yes, the operating word think did make me reflect, and these are the results of those reflections. So this letter is written by a boy to his father, as he has got second rank instead of first rank, and his father's advice of thinking or reflecting back just made him think something, and he's telling him that these are the results of those thinking, and he's going to tell you in the next paragraph. Father, we have never really been close, and I can't rightly say you have been my friend, philosopher, or guide. Yet I would like you to be aware of my thoughts. They are very important to me. You are highly educated and you provide very well for the family. But in our departmental store, do you apply Pythagoras theorem or Newton's law of gravity? For that matter, does your doctor friend or your lawyer brother? So it's a question by a son to his father, that since he thinks that he's not close to his father, and his father have never been his philosopher, guide, or a friend. So he just wanted to let him know what he used to think about him, that means his father, and he just want to let him know that after thinking. And what he thinks is, you are highly educated and you provide well for the family, due respect, but he's asking if in the store do you apply this mathematical concept of Pythagoras theorem or the concept of Newton's law of gravity in your day-to-day life. He's asking that question to his father. For that matter, does your friend use, who is a doctor, or your brother use, who is a lawyer? So he is just trying to ask his father that being educated and using all these things that we write in the exam, are they related to each other? It's a innocent question by a small boy to his father. So next one is, Papa, my grandfather speaks of a carefree and beautiful childhood, of days spent in plucking mangoes and guavas in their orchards, of picnics on the bank of the river where the men cooked mouth-watering food, of playing marbles and gilli danda. From his talk, it seems studies were an ancillary subject and living and experiencing the major subject. Father, is he fibbling, or is it possible that the world has turned topsy-turvy in just about 70 years? His grandfather is talking about the beautiful childhood that he has spent, and while plucking mangoes, guavas from their orchards, and the picnics he has spent on the banks of the river, and some set of men or some people used to cook mouth-watering food there, and they used to play marbles, gilli danda. These are the games. So he's saying it's a beautiful childhood of his grandfather. From his talk, it seems studies were an ancillary subject. He thinks that it is not much needed, or and living and experiencing a major subject. So he says that these are the things has to be experienced in the life. Father, is he fibbing? That means, is he saying some false thing or a lie? Or is it possible that the world has turned topsy-turvy in just about 70 years? So he just want to know that when his grandfather was here, his childhood was very fun. He had so much of fun and beautiful memories in his childhood. But now, when he is in his childhood, everything has changed, and studies plays a major role in his life. So is that the world has changed that much in just about 70 years? That's what this grandchild, or this father's son, is going to ask to his father. Papa, my grandmother is semi-literate, yet she's at peace with her pots. That means she likes cooking. She's good with her utensils, pans, her flower and garden. She likes gardening. Her Bhagavad Gita and scriptures. She likes to read Bhagavad Gita. And my mother, highly qualified and is highly strung, tense and nervous. So he compares both his mother and grandmother, where mother is an educated lady, and grandmother is a semi-literate lady. But then she is having so much of peace of mind, and she works with her pots, or she likes cooking, she likes gardening, she's doing her hobbies, and she reads Bhagavad Gita, and that's how she spent her days. And his mother, who is highly qualified, is spent a nervous kind of life. So this boy, an innocent boy, in his childhood, he thinks that literacy makes us restless, afraid, or frustrated. Is it because of that his mother is acting this way? So these are the innocent questions asked by a boy to his father in this letter. Okay, hope you understood this. Let's go to in-text question 4.1. First question is, who has written the letter? The letter is written by a young boy to his father, and in the second section you can find the name of the boy as Rahul. Who it is written to? It is written to the father of the boy. Why has it been written? This letter is being written because the boy's rank has gone from first to second, or he received the second rank. So for that, his father has told him to think and reflect. So he just thinks and reflects back, and he writes a letter to his father, conveying him his thoughts. What had his father written? His father has asked him to think and reflect back about his marks or the rank. Is is the writer a good student? Which words give you the answer? It seems the boy, is a good student according to the marks because he studies well, even though he got second rank, and his father is upset about it. The words that help us understand is that the rank has slipped from first to second. So that means the boy used to get first rank in his studies. Are Pythagoras theorem and Newton's law of gravity important to all of us in our daily lives? Why do you think we all learn about them? These are the basic things that has to be used in our life. Pythagoras theorem are maths concept, and Newton's law of gravity is science concept. These two things are used daily in our life. If anything falls on the ground, we come to know that it is all because of Newton's law of gravity. And Pythagoras theorem, if you are having some consider, if you know the height of the tree, or you want to find the height of the tree, you are given with the angle here, you can find out the distance from maybe this place to this place. Okay, so based on the Pythagoras theorem, you can find those information, but in day-to-day life, if you see, it may not be useful, but for application based, it has so much of uses. Okay, but in this thing, the boy, in this section, the boy asked, well, what is the use of all these things, to his father. What kind of life did the writer's grandfather lead when he was a small boy? What was considered important in those days? The grandfather spent a very peaceful and a carefree life where he used to pluck mangoes, guavas, and he used to have picnics on the banks of river. They used to play marbles, gilli danda. So the childhood was very having so much of fun, and these were the activities that was done by the grandfather during his childhood. Next question is, what difference does the writer see in his mother's nature and his grandmother's? So he compares both his mother's nature and his grandmother's nature. He finds that his grandmother is semi-literate and mother is highly qualified. That's one difference he finds between both of them. He finds his grandmother loves to cook, garden, and to read Bhagavad Gita, though she is very peaceful and calm in her life. Whereas his mother, she is highly tense, though she is qualified. So he thinks that education makes people very much tensed. So the answer B is questions. B portion is also answered. By this, your section 1 is done. So hope you understood. So see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.